Right, that's okay. He has to earn money in this economy, that's fine. Okay. So I was auditioning for Tasha, and she was supposed to be from Eastern Europe, so I was doing this kind of, you know, Russian, Polish type accent. And then when I got the job, oh no, when they switched me to Diana, I was doing this Eastern Europe, I had to do the audition 3 times. I was doing Eastern European, English, and very bad American, because I'd only been in the country for like 3-4 months. So when I got the job, they said, okay, you got the job, you have to do an accent. And I said, fine, I do accents. You can't look like me as an actress and not do accents, otherwise I'd never work, right? So I said, where do you want the accent to come from? And they said, Betazoid. Right? So I thought, this was cool. I could make an accent up. Because who was going to tell me I was doing it wrong? Hands up all the Betazoids. So I made up this accent, which was basically a mishmash of a friend of mine who was Israeli, who learned English with an American accent, and a little bit of like Eastern European in there, and it was just a mishmash. And so then I didn't, of course, because I was so grateful for the job, this was going to be the best job I ever had in my career, I didn't feel I could say to them, excuse me, why am I doing an accent? The captain's supposed to be French. I don't want to insult all the French Canadians in here, but I'm English. We had a 100-year war with France, right? The English hate the French, and the French hate the English. It's a symbiotic relationship, right? I could never figure out why we built a tunnel joining the 2 countries. Right? Now I know. It's because in Star Trek Legend, the English infiltrate and take over. And by the 24th century, there are no more French-speaking people. So I made up this accent, and then we met Mom. And Mom was from the American sector of it. So I went to Rick Berman, because one of my favourite things to do was to annoy Rick Berman. So I went to Rick Berman's office and I said, excuse me, Rick, I hate to bring this up, but I thought I was doing the Betazoid accent. And I'm only half Betazoid, and Mom is full Betazoid, and yet she sounds American. He'd go, and you know, the last thing he wants to do is answer questions like this. And he's like, all he wants to say to me is, shut up, Marina, and get out of my office, right? But he has to come up with something, so he says, it was your father's accent. And I'm like, really? The relationship between Loxana and Diana, these women lived in the same house. They weren't, you know, and he went, no, it was your father's accent, get out of my office, right? Well, then in season 6, I think it was, we met Dad. And he was from Iowa. Well, I didn't care that it was the 6th season. Rick, can I talk to you about my accent? I thought you said it was my dad's accent. And he's like so pissed at me right now. He wants to strike me, I know. And he goes, they sent you away to school, okay? Just get out of my office. But if you notice, when I started, I was really foreign. I would say like, great joy and gratitude from both of them. Remember her? By the end, she had started coming across the Atlantic. She was on Ellis Island at least. You know? So she was sounding more American by the year. Yes.